A defenseless animal beaten to death by an Idaho man who had just one job: to watch the 11-month-old dog for just a couple of hours. Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Nadine Woodward. The dog's violent death is raising concerns over Idaho's animal abuse laws. A jury found the dog sitter guilty of animal cruelty just last week. It would be a felony in Washington, but only a misdemeanor in Idaho. KXY4's Kyle Simchuk spoke to the dog's owner, who is now trying to change state law. Kyle?
Well, yeah, Nadine, Dakota Goen lives just a couple miles east of the Washington state line. If her dog was killed just a few miles away, it would mean a felony conviction. But in Idaho, it's not the case. 19-year-old Dakota Goen didn't think twice about asking her friend to watch her 11-month-old dog Hank last July. But hours after she left, Dakota got a phone call.
Something has happened. We need to come home.
She raced home and found Hank bleeding and lying limp in a towel. She rushed him to a Spokane Valley vet, but it was too late.
He died in my arms as we pulled in. Traumatizing. It was horrific. It was awful. And I felt so helpless not knowing that I could do anything to help him.
Dakota's friend Austin Madot said the dog injured itself jumping off this porch. But Dakota and her mom didn't believe him, and neither did vets at WSU.
The vet that did the autopsy said that he would have had to have fallen from a 3-story or higher to sustain the injuries that he did. He had brain injuries, broken facial bones, several broken ribs. His liver had been ruptured.
A jury found Madot guilty of animal cruelty and harassment, a Class C felony in Washington, but only a misdemeanor in Idaho. Dakota has launched a campaign to change that. Hank's law would make animal abuse a felony in Idaho.
For the fact that maybe something good will come out of all of this bad, and that, like you said, that it will be changed so that maybe the next person won't do it.
She says it's the least she can do for her beloved Hank and other defenseless animals. Austin Madot faces up to 1 year in prison, 5 years if he would have abused that dog in Washington. He'll be sentenced later in June. Live in studio, Kyle Simchuk, KXLY4 News.
All right, thank you, Kyle.